hand-me-down car, but it's more.
But the insectomorph isn't intelligent, right?
It's more important to them, yeah. The insectomorph is not very intelligent. It can't speak. It's not, but it does feel a great connection to its family, and this sound lets it know who the rightful rider is. So if you try to ride it without that, it might not like it.
Fruhe is in here with us.
Is the who?
Fruhe,
sorry.
We do have a listener, yes.
Stupid idea. What if we set down the ship where we are here, let the mayor and the insectoid out for them to continue towards the Dug Forest while we go back and do our job?
But then it would be alone with no protection, and they would arrive at the Dug Forest with no one.
I need Fruhe, the interloper, to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
A wisdom saving throw?
Yes.
8.
Does not make it. She has a profound desire to abandon the cabin and go into the other room with the droid and shut the door behind her.
Who does?
Fruhe.
Goes into the...
Sequesters herself with the droid and closes the door behind her in the pilot cabin.
Okay.
Does she do so?
Here, yes. Let's see here. It's a he, just so you know.
Oh, Fruhe seems... I'm sorry for assuming the space...
Space gender.
That's okay.
Right.
You can tell because the third eye is just slightly longer than the other ones.
Okay, so the Gran, right?
I think that's always the case for every
and after
it's just a little further out there. Do you want to direct message me?
Well, I'm going to address everyone. I already have it typed out because my mouth hurts, but I was going to just type it in the cantina.
Okay. Sounds good. Oh, the cantina. Okay.
If you could read that, just when you have a second.
Do you want me to read it?
Sure.
2 things before anyone asks questions. 1, the Force isn't illegal. Being a Jedi is. Where the Jedi are gullible, white knight idiots, and the Sith are emotional rage toddlers. The race I belong to are not beholden to the spectrum. I am Jensari. Miraluka devote 2. I know when a Force is near, and I know how to hide my capabilities. Aglaia points to the droid. I position myself out of sight and in line with the droid. Take a look at its electric dampeners. Totally indistinguishable from what I did. And no one witnessed me directly except you all. Let's just say that I can manipulate many things around me to maintain balance and protect myself, none of which are as overt and flashy. She then stands up and looks out the port window. This isn't my first pod race with tempting fate.
You are simply lucky that Fruhe did not observe you. And rather than losing a valuable ally to probably having to slay him in order to protect the secrets that none of the rest of us are privy to, you got lucky. You did not mean to be as discreet as you clearly were not. So I think in the future, if your intention is to continue to use these skills, you need to be more careful, because I will not die to protect you. And being a Jedi and being a Force user is no different in the eyes of the Empire. Whatever you are, if you can use these skills, they're enemies.
Just so everyone knows, Cody got a root canal yesterday, and so talking is quite painful. So I'm just gonna read what Cody says here.
I'll just respond to the if it comes between being captured and using the Force, I know which I'm going to choose. But you're right. Discretion is the better part of valor.
As long as you are aware of that. I enjoy having powerful allies, so I am not opposed to continuing to travel with you as long as it does not put me in danger. Besides, I quite enjoyed the little trick you just did. Took me all day to get that kind of control over that one with no force power. Much more instantaneous results.
It's quite difficult to affect the minds of those that have high mental acuity.
Thankfully for us, he is not one of those.
No, not by a long shot.
Those of us with such abilities know how to conceal them and when we must. We will be in no more danger than we were before.
And by the way, in case you're wondering, Tellus can confirm whether or not I have a more dark alignment.
And do you? I'm curious what you would say in your own defense.
She's trustworthy.
Miraluka always have foresight active. We can always see the aura of beings, even through like walls for 30 feet. So he knows if I'm trustworthy or not.
Yes, and with that we can see each other. Keep an eye on it, as it were.
Yeah, correct. If I get too.
So I suppose we'll simply have to trust that the two of you are not deceiving us together.
I've never met Tellus. I've never met another Miraluka before.
It is not mere chance that has brought us together.
Oh no, it is the force powers. Oh.
I don't think that Tellus is. Or this above table. Is Tellus force sensitive or is he a true monk?
She is force sensitive.
Ooh.
Because I took the feat.
Oh, nice.
As they say this,
but they're diminished.
How long
currently diminished.
I would assume that's why we were affected by the lightsabers. I'll say that in characters, that we both have acuity to the Force.
Speaking of that,
yes.
What exactly happened?
I have not. What's that?
I asked Dash who he asked.
Just whoever's steering the ship. Whoever's fine. How much longer until we're there?
I'll give an ETA.
The droid is, but
the E1 comes after the loudspeaker. Thank you for flying.
You may now unbuckle your seatbelts and move out the cabin.
We're prepared there, Attitude.
I'm assuming that they're telling the truth, or at least believe they're telling the truth, but just for my own character's mental awareness.
I did give the correct ETA. I was not lying there. No, just kidding.
Yes, I have traveled with me for some time. She makes her skepticism well known at every occasion. But she will learn in time.
Just because you can jump higher than I can doesn't make you special.
I used to do far greater things than that.
Oh yes, I'm sure you did. Speaking of what happened with the lightsaber, do we need to worry about the two of you? What exactly? Are you prone to states of catatomia in the future? Do we need to have a fainting pillow available?
I think that Tellus and I need to discuss what occurred with the weapon in private, and then we can address everyone when we verify what happened.
Oh yes, decide on your story first. Whatever, I don't
I've
care.
got more whiskey if we need. You can always booze them up after they pass out.
If it has something to do with the Force, I don't care. But if it is going to affect the rest of us, we deserve to know. So
this
you should care.
What I did. What
because if it will, then yes, I do. If it won't, then I don't.
My persuasion on that witless wonder that went into the cabin isn't going to last forever. We should go address him so he's not as confused when he snaps out of it.
What exactly did you suggest to him?
I suggested that perhaps maybe he'd take a seat in the pilot and go take a look at where we're going.
Fine, I will go and make you. I will rise to my feet and straighten out my gown and pull down the front a little bit more, and then I'll go on front to comfort him in his confusion, if he
You're
is
gonna-
experiencing any distress.
You're going to shut the door behind you?
Yes, I will. You're welcome.
So the suggestion of dropping him off here in the middle of the desert and letting him continue on without us is being dropped, I'm guessing?
That's not a great idea.
Mm. We should keep him safe wherever we go.
Well, I didn't say it was a great idea, I just would mean more room for cargo. We're not carrying around a giant insect.
You guys are just so you know about here. You're getting pretty close back to red here, so if there's anything else you guys want to talk about, that's great. If not, I'll just drop you back in red.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, when we flew over red, I didn't see anything
Yep.
that looked of even worth stopping to see, pick up.
Yeah, but
Everyone else was looking out over as we were doing that low flight.
So what?
everything.
Out of
Everything is
curiosity,
beautiful.
every time I touch the lightsaber, it's going to knock me out with the same vision?
We could test
While
it.
we're on the ship, I'm
I
going to
think
ask
that
him.
testing is probably worthwhile.
Can I see the lightsaber?
It's
Don't
on
worry,
size
I'm gonna
belt, so we're gonna have to go grab her and
It's
bring her
not on
back over
We
here.
don't.
I don't wear one. I tied it up like in the folds of my dress,
I don't.
like under.
I don't believe
Gotcha.
So
anyone's been told where it
if you
currently
focus on
is.
me, I will know.
Gotcha.
I am wearing scraps of cloth because that's half of my whole thing. Is I'm always looking like I am.
I'm very familiar with force-empowered
Okay.
artifacts, though I've never been made unconscious by use of one. But they typically don't hold power enough to affect multiple times.
Well, it affected multiple times
No.
with this too, but
Yes, I have not experienced that before either.
Oh, what I
Although
meant
it
to
has
say,
been-
not multiple times to the same person.
although it has been some time since I have came across such an artifact.
I guess we'll
So-
test that later. Let's just land in red. I don't want to keep us up.
We'll discuss that later.
I could always identify it to see if there's something more to it.
Or there could be faulty wiring with it. That might explain why you guys had issues with it. I
Whenever
can
Sai wants to
dismantle
put me in
it.
whenever Sai wants to put me in a timeout, she just has to tap me with the lightsaber. And just-
Oh my
But
god, that's hilarious.
Don't give her any ideas.
Catatonia.
From the cat.
Yeah,
Mm,
extra effective.
just chuck it at my head and I go unconscious. Like, damn.
yeah.
Are you guys on the same page now?
I mean,
We
we're
see a
seeing a
ship
road
with land.
and we saw buildings, but the buildings suddenly went black on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's
If-
a
if
more
you-
limited view of that
As
map.
you were flying, you could see them, and then some sort of a fog covered up everything as you landed. It's almost as if the person who was controlling it completely forgot to cover it all up. That was weird.
I mean, at least we got some good humidity in the air instead of dry. You know, we need some moisturizer after we get done in this desert biome.
Yeah. No. Very dry.
All right. Here, I'm going to copy you guys from another page here. Hate when I use the
The
wrong
ship is good.
tools.
Whoa.
Apparently, I'm huge.
It's a giant.
Apparently, I had too much moisturizer. I have
God,
grown in size.
Oh,
Now
did
we
it
small.
turn off the grid? 1 second here. Oh, I didn't line it up. My fault.
All good.
Do I feel like I could locate the tracker that's on this ship? I personally don't know anything about the Star Wars universe and their trackers. Does my character feel they could locate if they spent enough time and remove the tracker?
Yes.
I would like to just stay at the ship and do that. I'll make whatever technology roll you have me make at a later time.
Is that a wise idea to remove the tracker on a ship we're not planning on keeping?
If it's continuing to function and indicates we are diligently working, then sure. If it will deactivate it, then no.
Fruhe is going to leave the insectomorph with the ship as well, and he's going to hang up that jangly belt in the cabin.
I'm going to ask
being
one
a
thing else.
person of interest, shouldn't he probably stay with the ship?
Who?
Fruhe?
He's following Sai.
I'm going to ask him if he knows anything about this part.
Spectre.
Are we landing here to get salvage?
It's up to you guys.
Do the work we were put to for a while.
And
Turn it
that's what
in.
we're supposedly
Get
getting
some
paid
credit.
for.
And then go.
Hey, Lapdog, is there anything in this part of the city that we should be aware of? Any places of interest?
Nope. This is the area of the city that is. It's just homes. So this is where all the townspeople live. It's across the river from the council chambers where you were before. I can just give you guys a quick little rundown on the map if you'd like.
Sure.
So we're on the terrain map here.
Wow.
Purple Crew got this section of the city over here, which is the high-end area. It's the shops. It's got it's kind of the what I'm trying to say. It's the shop district, you know, the
Commercial zone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's fairly certain, Poro, that a lot of the very good loot is over here, because it's going to be in these shops and stuff like that. You guys got in this section just the homes, you know, the kind of the core part of the city. Blue Crew kind of got the government area, the council chambers and things like that. There's some stuff there, but Blue wasn't his best crew either. Purple is really his heavy hitters. They're always there. They do a really good job. Let's see here. And Yellow is sort of towards the entrance. There were quite a few different like guard stations over here in the Yellow section. And so Poro sent Yellow Crew there to pick up any weaponry they might have had to defend the city. And yeah, so that's kind of basically what's in these sections here. Nobody was told, or at least you're not aware that anyone was told about the casino area over there. And yeah, like I said, right now you're the homes district of the city here. Let me just put you back.
So we're robbing from the less fortunate and poor for this guy.
The city
is destroyed.
The city is basically completely destroyed. Anyone who did survive made their way to Dapital City.
I do think, though, that a good suggestion was made. So Fruhe and I are going to stay by the ship, where I'm going to try to convince him to stay at the ship with me and E1. And we'll just hang out.
Okay.
Mm.
And I will keep him busy so Ewan can do it without interruption.
Convenient
Oh,
timing to not pick up any scrap.
I am only thinking of your convenience. I would never do anything that was not in your best interest.
If
Yep.
I had eyes, I would roll them.
Too bad you don't. Therefore, sarcasm not allowed. Have a good time picking up garbage.
I'm sure excited to see what you're gonna bring.
A rock.
Oh, so much. So much.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I have a whole insectamore.
Yeah, I'm sure the boss is gonna really enjoy collecting that.
So Eric,
All right, just make sure not to wander off the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'll walk off.
Would never.
how do you want my rolls for this to go? Do I have to roll to find it first?
sure. Yeah. Why don't you do an investigation on the ship?
15.
It takes you about 15 minutes to locate it, but you do locate it. During that, in the meantime, I'm going to let the other players do some stuff here because it's going to take you a little while to do that.
Mm-hmm. Then I'll have more questions. So once you get back to me, just ask what I need.
Sorry.
Well, I guess let's walk around and see if we find anything of
Yeah.
value.
Yep.
Yeah. Start looking for anything might be good to take.
Or anything with identifying markings that we could possibly return to their rightful owners. So we have to head to the main city anyway to return Loverboy.
Oops.
So, do you all think that he's expecting her to stay?
I mean, if he's going to take care of me,
Oh, I thought you were staying at the ship.
say. I am.
Okay.
She is quite good at getting out of those situations.
Uh,
And I figured I
But-
wasn't going to be saying anything until after we'd left the ship and left
Yeah.
them behind, so that
yeah,
wasn't
that's what I
a
thought so too.
eavesdropping situation.
Although if he were to put her up in a life of luxury, she may stay.
If he offers enough money, I might help her stay.
So do you own her or something, or
What?
well, what you just
No.
said sounded an awful lot
No.
like you were going to sell her into slavery. I was wondering if you were her
Oh.
owner.
No. But have ways to be able to ensure that someone could stay put for a little while.
All right. Sorry about that. So who is in the front here?
Probably Keb,
how are
or
you
he
guys-
knows most of what we're looking for.
What's that?
Okay. I can take point.
He's the engineer.
Sounds good. And how are you guys moving here? Any particular
Same
way?
way.
Or?
As best we can without hitting tetanus.
Oops.
I'm having some craptastic rolls tonight.
Hey, we see
Alright.
the same.
Sounds good. So as you look around, you see quite a few buildings here that are destroyed from the bombing campaign. You can see down this pathway.
Do we want to try and do this next week then?
That's fine. Yeah, I'm totally fine with
Yeah.
that. I'll just give a quick description here, and then we can take a break for the night. So as you walk, you can see this cart here. You can see a number of dead grand bodies. Right here is a Doug, and yeah. So in this area, that's kind of what you see here. You can see some of these buildings. The tops have been completely ripped off. Some of them are still intact. There's lots of rubble. Yeah, that's kind of what you see around here right now. Let's see here. Yeah. But yeah, I'm fine with that. If you guys want to kind of end the session there, you can pick up raiding this city next time.
It is
That's
been
in
Kind
2
of a
weeks,
natural endpoint.
yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I think 2 weeks, if that works for everybody.
It does. Thank you for being here.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
A lot of fun. So thank you all.
Yeah.
Great.
This is great.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
I like this.
I'm enjoying the
everyone.
dynamic of this party and the way it's kind of, melding question mark.
We're slowly coming together.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm super excited for us to get a ship of our own.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
yeah, go on there.
We could have had one.
Have a good night, guys.
Then she can tell people what to do with authority.
No matter what she does, she's going to think she's captain.
So true. So true.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Yep,
Later.
Good one.
Later.
Bye.
Yeah, the whole ship front
Yeah.
with Eric, I designed something that I'm kind of hoping character that we can build.
Oh,
Kind of a
nice.
cool little design. So
Gotta find
Is
stuff
it our
that's worth
flag?
enough money.
Is it the flag for our group?
I don't think so. Do we have a flag?
Well, you said you designed something.
Oh, I just designed a ship that
Oh,
my character is hoping to build for us to fly.
The flag can be a green background with a cat on it.
Followed by a pair of trimmers.
Yeah.
beep.
A shorn cat.
Well, have a
Yeah.
good night, everyone, and let me know if you have any questions before next session. I'll
Me too.
send out another recap, and probably send some direct messages to people. And yeah, totally fine if you and Talus and Aglaya want to, coordinate on what they experienced. You can totally do that out of the session before we get here, and we'll just say that you guys talked about it privately on the ship. So,
Oh yeah, we can use messaging for that, or
Yeah.
we'll figure something out. Sure.
yeah. All right. Yeah. Have a good night, everyone.
Yeah.
Good night.
Thanks for an amazing session.
Yeah, thanks, Eric. This is great fun.
No problem.